Good morning, Miami Beach, and welcome to the Miami Beach Senior Affairs Committee meeting. Today is March 29th, 2023. I want to welcome all of our committee members who will now mute themselves and welcome our Facebook family and friends. We have a very exciting program for you today. My name is Debbie Quaid, and I co-chair the Senior Affairs Committee with Oscar Lorente from Mount Sinai. I'm going to read you our mission statement and then tell you a little bit about our exciting information this month. The mission statement of the Senior Affairs Committee is to be the advocates for the betterment of our seniors by promoting the physical, emotional, and social well-being of adults age 55 and older living in our very diverse community of Miami Beach. So welcome today. Today, we're going to have a couple of great presentations. We're going to have Susie Trudy, who is the Miami-Dade County Deputy Supervisor of Elections, Government Affairs, and Media Relation, and she's going to talk about the vote by mail ballot requests. And we also have a presentation from Bianca Montenegro, who's the Program Supervisor, Miami Beach Office of Housing and Community Services, on tax preparation services. So I'm going to do a roll call. Blackstone Apartments, we have an open seat. We welcome someone to join our committee and keep us updated on events there. Council Towers South, Natasha. Oh, Council Towers South is having the internet problem.
Yeah.
And Federation Towers, Magui, same thing.
No, Maui's just going to be active. Yeah.
Okay. Federation Towers is Maui, For Freedoms and Nilda. Rebecca Towers, we have Anna gracing the office at City Hall. Stella Maris, Gabby.
Hi, good morning, everybody.
Good
There's
morning. Unidad, Larissa. Okay, Larissa.
Morning. Good morning.
Carolina Kudros at large. And I know.
Yes,
Carolina.
hi, how are you? Good morning.
Good morning. Our new Hispanic Affairs Committee Chair, Carmen Datare.
Thank you. Hi, good morning, City. Good morning, everybody.
We have from Jewish Community Services of South Florida, Jessica.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning. And Mount Sinai Medical Center, Oscar Lorente. No problem.
Yeah.
Okay. So we do need to do an approval of the February 2023 minutes that has been sent to all of you. Can I have someone make a motion to approve the February 2023 minutes, please?
Hi, this is
Aye.
Jessica.
Hi.
I just noticed I am not listed as an attendee.
Yeah. I'll fix that, Jessica. Thank you for pointing that out.
Okay.
So I have to fix the entire attendees, absentee, and a special guest section of the minutes. So I'll send an updated sort of minutes after the meeting, and we can approve them at the next meeting if you like, Chair.
Okay.
Yes, that's fine.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you, Jessica.
motion to approve?
We can't because I have to fix them.
Oh, that's the same minutes. Okay,
Yeah.
all right, good. Well, then let's get into our presentation from Susie Trudy. And Susie, thank you so much for joining us today. Miami-Dade County Deputy Supervisor of Elections, Government Affairs, and Media Relations. So what do you have good to tell us today?
Good morning. It's my pleasure to be back, Debbie, to speak with you all. So this morning, I wanted to update all of you on a recent change in election laws that affects anybody who may have a vote by mail request on file. So let me give you a little bit of a background. Back in 2021, during the state of Florida legislative session, there were some changes made to election laws. And one of those changes is the time period of how long you can have a vote by mail request on file. Under the old law, if you had a vote by mail request, you'd get your ballot by mail for up to 4 years. With the new law, you can only get your vote by mail ballot for an election for up to 2 years. So this law went into effect on January 1st of 2023. And that means that we started the new year with 0 voters on the vote by mail request log, for lack of a better word. Under the old law, we had 438,000 people, which is about 29% of all registered voters in Miami-Dade County had a vote by mail request on file. For the city of Miami Beach, under the old law, 31% of registered voters in Miami Beach had a vote by mail request. Today, only 7% of registered voters in Miami Beach have a vote by mail request on file. So what the elections department has started to do back in December, when we knew that the law was going to change, we developed an outreach plan. The first phase of the plan was to send a letter, an email, make a phone call, send a text to all registered voters who had a municipal election coming up so that they could renew their vote by mail request as soon as possible. So if they wanted to vote by mail in their municipal election, they could. The elections department has about 20 elections a year. We have 34 cities within Miami-Dade County. So on any given Tuesday, we have an election. So we started that phased approach with all those folks who had elections coming up first. So from all the way starting from December through December of this year, we will have contacted every registered voter either by letter, phone call, mail, text, whatever method of communication or whatever contact information we have for you on file, we're going to do that. Additionally, we will have an advertising campaign, and we will also have social media posts. We'll also do talks to the community like I'm doing today. We can be at any outreach events. We do have an active outreach program as well, so that we can let voters know that if they want to vote by mail, they have to sign up as soon as possible. So how you can sign up for vote by mail, it's very simple. You can call our office, 309-499-8444. That is our vote by mail section. And you can sign up to request a vote by mail ballot by phone. We will ask you personal information. We will ask you your date of birth, either your driver's license number or your social security number to ensure that you are who you say you are, because we do take security very seriously. You can also sign up online via our website. If you go to our website, on our homepage, we have an important election information box. It is the first bullet, so you can click there to sign up for vote by mail request, or you can fill out a form, which is available on our website, at libraries and different government offices. It really is up to you. And if someone doesn't want to vote by mail, then they can continue to vote in person, either election day or early voting. But for us, we just wanted to make sure that if somebody wants to vote by mail, as they've done in the past, they just have to renew their request with our office.
Thank you, Susie. What is the email address, your web email address?
Sure. Let me get that for you.
Okay.
Just a second, because we do have a specific email address. It is.
Louis, if we can put it in the Facebook chat, maybe
Yeah, it's good.
Facebook friends, and I'm sure Louis will email it to us also
Yes.
with some follow-up.
All right, let me get that for you. Just a second. I want to make sure I read the correct email address. So, and let me repeat at least the phone number one more time, because that one is a little easier. 305-499-8444. And the email address is vote by mail, all one word. So that's VOTEBYMAL, vote by mail, at Miami-Dade, all one word, MIAMIDADE.gov.
And once they get to the site, what? do
It-
they click?
Our website address is www.iamdade.gov. electionready, all one word, .org. So once you go to our website on our homepage, there's a box that says important election information. The first bullet will say request your vote by mail, request renewal.
So to do the renewal, you would go to the IamElectionReady.org website, not the vote by mail at Miami-Dade. Is that what you're saying?
Correct. Yeah, correct. You go to the website, but you can also send us an email if you have any questions as well. But we will need to get your personal information. So it's easier to start through the website
Okay,
because it'll take you to different pages where you will have to fill in your information.
okay. So just to recap, the website to do it online is www.IamElectionReady.org. IamElectionReady.org, O-R-G.
Correct.
Email you is votebymail@miamidade.gov, G-O-V.
Yes. And phone call as well.
305-499-8444, and you need to have social security number or a driver's license or identification handy with you when you make that phone call. And what are the hours for this phone call?
8 a.m. to 5 p.m., Monday through Friday.
Okay. Very, very important information. Does anyone have any questions? You can unmute
I
yourself.
do.
Hi, Jessica, go ahead.
Hi, Susie, this is Jessica from Jewish Community Services. Who would I contact if I would love it if someone from your office would come to our senior center on Miami Beach, maybe to bring some forms and to talk to our seniors about this very important change?
Absolutely. The name of our outreach coordinator is Michael Rodriguez, Rodriguez. And he can be reached at 305-499-8585.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Susie, when is the deadline for the next election? Would you happen to know Miami Beach?
Your election is November 7th of 2023. There will be early voting. I don't have those exact date yet, so I'm waiting for that information from the municipal clerk. So if you would like to vote by mail for the November election, the state deadline is you have to let us know 10 days before the election. So 10 days before November 7th. So sometime the last week in October. That's the latest by law, 10 days before your election.
So if we advise people to target between October 1st and 15th, then they're okay. Now, let's say they do this online. And it is by October 15th. Now, are we dependent on the mail to get them that form back to them? Or does that form have to be mailed into them 10 days before the election?
It has to be in our office 10 days before.
Okay, so we
Before the
should
election.
target deadlines long before that, considering mail time,
Absolutely.
service, and so on. Okay, so now we're looking more like September,
Mhm.
get it wrapped
But
up.
I tell people, don't wait. Life gets complicated, things happen. Just do it. It takes less than 5 minutes. It is so simple. And if that way you have your request on file, you don't have to worry about it for another 2 years.
And how are people going to be reminded in 2 years that they're due again?
We send a postcard. That's what we do. It's part of our process. When we see that your vote by mail request will be expiring, we will send you a postcard to remind you that your vote by mail request will be expiring.
Thank you.
You're
Any
welcome.
other questions? Do we have any Facebook questions from anyone?
Nothing on the chat.
Okay, no hands up? Great. Well, Susie, thank you again for giving your time to us. It's always great and exciting information for us. We will rock the vote and get everyone registered. So thank you and have a beautiful day.
Thank you. You too. Thanks for having me. Thank you.
And now we have a presentation from Bianca. Bianca Montenegro is the program supervisor for the Miami Beach Office of Housing and Community Services. And Bianca is going to unmute herself and tell us some information on tax preparation services for Miami Beach and our seniors. Bianca, unmute, and we're ready to hear from you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. My presentation will be short and sweet. I hope. So I know that tax prep is coming to an end very soon. So I encourage everyone who has not done their taxes to go and do them as soon as possible. That being said, our internal Office of Housing and Community Services, we have been doing tax prep since the beginning of February, and we have served a little over 291 residents as of last night. So the bad news is that we are completely booked internally and have no more slots as of yesterday. We had a couple yesterday and then they got booked. So we're very, very full. However, residents who still need to do their taxes can call 211 and 211 will readily assist them in finding the next available location that has some slots that they can go and still get their taxes done for free. These taxes were done for free for everybody that was making $58,000 or less. And I know that we're pretty flexible about helping people through their tax situation. So if you do have questions around taxes, you can still give us a call and we can try and help. If you have like, oh, can you guys do next year? Can you do my taxes for this year if I don't do them? We get a lot of those questions, for example. We had a lot of questions this year. I didn't do my taxes last year. Can you do taxes? Can you do 2 years worth of taxes? We can only do up to 2 years back. So those are some things that come up. So I highly recommend that people give 211 a call if they are still in need of doing tax prep, because unfortunately we did close, or not close, but we're full up as of yesterday.
And if someone wants to sign up for next year, when are the times that you meet with people for taxes?
Yes, absolutely. Great question. So next year, of course, we're going to do this again. And usually we ask residents to start giving us a call towards the end of January, mid to end of January, as that's when we officially set out our dates and our times and ensure that we have the right amount of volunteers that help provide the tax prep services. So that's when you would want to do it, 2024 January.
And what type of documents do they bring for their taxes? I know it seems like it should be common sense, but I seem to forget things easily, but.
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, I don't have access to the chat, but I do have a document that we did a press release and it has that listed. So if you'd like me to, if you just give me access to the chat, I can drop it in the chat. And that way everyone can see all the documents, because there's quite a few of them and everybody has a little bit of a different
Bianca, just
situation.
email them to me and I'll get them to the committee.
Even better. I'll email that out. Perfect.
IT
Great.
communication doesn't do the chat thing.
Oh, okay. No problem.
And we'll get it to the senior centers and distribute as best we can. If someone were to call 211 now, would they be able to book an appointment for next year?
No.
Okay, so you
No.
wait until January.
In January, yes. We recommend that people wait until January. Everybody, so the way that it works is all of the volunteers have to do their tax test all over again, or if they're new, they have to go through the course. And that happens between the end of November and beginning of January. So a lot of spaces, including our own, we don't normally have a super deadline on exactly what the dates are until we know how many volunteers we have, so that we can set the proper dates and have everything in place. And I know we're not the only ones who wait that long. So I don't think that anyone could call right now for next year. There could be a couple places that I'm not aware of that do allow that, but as far as I know, not for us. You'd have to wait until January 2024.
And these are in person where?
So they happen at our office, 765 17th Street, Miami Beach, Florida, 33139. And we're the office right next to the Massage Envy. And so we do have some in person, but we also just have drop-offs and pickups. So you just drop off, sign all the documents that you need to sign, drop off all your documents, and then you come back at the end at the beginning of the week, and then you come back at the end of the week and pick up your taxes done. Saves time for everybody.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Do we have any questions?
I have one. Bianca, through the chair.
Yes.
Bianca, the 211 number, is that a city number or a county number? What is that
It's a
number?
county number.
It's a county number. So when they call that 211, they're calling the county. And then the county will be able to tell the resident, these are the free tax preparation services available.
Exactly.
Anyway.
Exactly. Yes. And I'll just put in a plug for 211. Great service all around. If you need any social service information, free number to call if you need social service situations.
Thank you, Bianca. 211 is operated by Jewish Community Services.
Yes.
24/7, 365 days a week. Any resource that you need, above and beyond taxes, food, housing, anything, please feel free to give a call any time of day. Crisis intervention, multilingual staff, so any time of day. And also want to give a shout out to Bianca and her wonderful team and the great work they do in Miami Beach for seniors. There must be 100 million of you for just like all the great work you do and all the special projects, food distribution, drop-in center, anything. You and your team are so wonderful and such an asset to the community and to seniors in Miami Beach. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
I really appreciate
Thank
that.
you.
That made my day. Thank you so much.
Well, we want to thank you for coming and sharing the information. It's excellent for our seniors to be able to have someone to reach out to. And it's just wonderful that you give your time to keep us updated and keep us abreast of all the new information. So have a beautiful day, and we'll see you next year, if not sooner. Thank you. And now we are going to go to our centers and start talking with our representatives to see what's new and exciting. And first, we still would like to have someone for Blackstone Apartments. Council Towers South, Natasha.
She did join us.
Yes, hi, Natasha. Would you like to tell us what's new? Unmute yourself and tell us what's new. Council Towers South.
Hi.
We hear you.
Yes. Good morning to all members of our committee. Happy to meet everyone. By the way, Enilda apologizes because today cannot participate because the Wi-Fi connection is off in the office.
Well, we miss seeing you, but we can hear you. How is everything in Council Towers South? Everything good?
Everything good. Council Tower South building, continuing repairs, and one elevator is dedicated for builders. Calmer because end spring break. Thank you.
Thank you. Federation Towers, Magui, we have absent today. And Four Freedoms, Enilda is.
Enilda cannot participate.
Right, for the internet. Okay. Rebecca Towers, Anna in Lewis's office. Let's see how things are going.
Everything is going okay. I only had one question that I made to Lewis about what can be done for the HHAs that have to park, one of my HHAs there, Rebecca, the other day they tore away her car. It cost her $350, $285 to get the car, and summer of $65, something like that. And then, you know, they get $11, $12 an hour. Is there any way that they can do something?
Where was she parked?
She was parked in a handicap with a handicap permit, but not in a handicap place, you know, not a handicap parking, regular parking with a handicap plate.
So
And-
in the 2-hour section, the section that is residential outside of Rebecca Towers that allows only a 2-hour limit, and they towed her?
Yes, it's 2 hours. The problem is that if they bathe in a person or something, they, you know, it comes the time to go down and they can't. And
Louis, you,
that they're making now that the doctor has to sign, the doctor's patient has to sign, and they submit that order to their office. And the cost, I think, is $25 every 3 months or something like that. But I don't know if anything else can be done. Because
Louis, if you can look into the fact that a handicap sticker, I don't know the proper word, negates if you're in a 2-hour residential zone, if that's the fact, and it was towed because it exceeded the 2 hours. First question is, does a handicap sticker overcome that? Now, I do know that your neighborhood, they have been cracking down on handicap stickers because it's been ballet and other people, different people have been falsely using handicap stickers, taking up all the residential parking spaces. And it has been an issue with the parking department and the city cracking down. So if Louis, you could make that phone call and kind of find out and see what can be done to help the situation. I know the parking department's always been very cooperative. If Carmen Wong's still there, and kind of get to the bottom of it.
Yeah, so you're right about the issues with South of Fifth and the use of handicap decals. I'll ask our parking director. She's always very friendly and very open to having a conversation. And then we don't have a topic for the next month, but I have some proposals. But depending on what she tells me, this could be something for discussion for next month because, for example, at Gabi and Stella Maris, they don't really have this issue because they have plenty of parking. But the Council Towers is another one that is probably impacted by lack of parking for their service employees. It's a challenge. The city's very busy. City's very, very concentrated, right? So.
Well, it might be a good topic because we should know what a handicap sticker can and cannot do, since so many of our residents do qualify legally for them. So maybe kind of get a handle on what the parking is doing about it and how they look at it also, so people can be prepared.
Very
Quite
good.
surprised when you get your car towed. Thank you, Anna. Is there anything else you need to discuss?
Anything else?
No,
That's it?
That's it? Okay. Stella Maris, Gabby. Hi, Gabby. Unmute yourself.
Hi, how you doing? Sorry for the external noise, but they are remodeling and painting the building. In mid-March, we have had a visit of representative of the Florida Department of Transportation, and they presented us with the approval of the project to build a pedestrian walkway on Harding Avenue. We want to thank you all the support that you have given us, Luis Callejas, and of course, we especially thank Commissioner David Richardson. Thank you very much. The residents are so happy. We saw all the project on the screen. It looks like to be a very amazing place. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Gabby, for your photos, your videos, you're diligent. You've really represented the owners beautifully.
Thank
And
you.
you speak for them well. It's been a long process. Lewis and Commissioner Richardson have been amazing and staying on top of
Yeah,
it.
that's right.
And all of the support from your committee members. But really, you as the activist are the catalyst. We should put a little sign there at Gabby's Walkway.
Thank
Just
you.
tell someone, go see Gabby's Walkway.
I have another project, but next month. You know, to present.
Perfect.
We'll be looking forward to it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you.
Unidad, Larissa?
Good morning, everyone. In Unidad, everything is okay, pretty much the same. When Louis shared the calendar today, please note that the core class on Mondays is canceled. They moved their practice somewhere else. And that we still have St. Patrick's on the calendar, which is a mistake. But for the rest, everything's still the same and we're doing great. Thank you so much for your help.
What changed on Monday?
The choir, the seniors
choir,
choir,
okay,
they
senior
practice here
choir.
in the center. They're not gonna be practicing on Mondays here anymore.
Okay, so every Monday, no more senior choir. Okay, we'll look at the schedule shortly. Everything else good?
Everything else is good. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Carolina?
Hi, everyone. Good morning.
Good morning.
Everything is okay for my part.
Okay, thank you for all the outreach you do. You're all over town with the seniors. Thank you.
Remember the soccer?
Yes, soccer has been moved from Miami Beach. You want to tell us about it? Senior soccer?
Every Tuesday in Miami North Shore Park, 10 to 11.
10 to 11 every Tuesday, North Shore Park.
Yes, ma'am.
And it's
It's-
fun.
It's very fun.
Yeah.
Very
I
fun.
participate too. It's amazing. Exercising, happy. Thank you
nice
so much, Carolina.
Hispanic Affairs Committee Chair, Carmen.
Hi, guys. How are you? I'm so, last month, I don't know what happened, but finally I'm here. Very, very, very honored to, I saw my dear Debbie every Tuesday and almost every place, like almost of you, but it's very nice to see you now. And, I'm almost a senior. I turned 55 this year, so almost. And, I want to say something, I take the initiative, with Carolina, long, very nice friend of me. And I want to ask you some question. Because, I saw you celebrate all the, seniors' birthday, but almost is Villa Mari, Rebecca Towers, or Freedom, Stella Maris. But, for example, Rivera Plaza Apartments, or my apartments. I have an apartment, Gladisco in South Beach, and there's a lot of seniors there. And we are celebrating, for example, this week, one of the grandmother, one of our friends, all the friends, and she's turning 92. And I talked to Carolina, and we say, this lady can move anywhere, can go to Unidad. I know you in Unidad every month celebrate all the birthdays. Very nice, it's the best idea. But what happened with the seniors that, doesn't have the possibility to move, to go to any place? And I said, no, we was talking, I said, well, we need maybe like a godfather, a godmother every month, and we can, bring for, the home or the place they are, maybe a cake, something like that. Because if we have like together the, the Hispanic committee and the seniors committee, I know, all we know, the strong you are, is, and it's almost $25, $40. How much is to make a beautiful and big smile in every seniors? So it's an idea, of course. I leave the idea with you, but what do you think?
Louis, are we allowed to form a subcommittee with addressing birthdays for seniors, and the subcommittee could do the outreach to find out, and we could have at least 2 or 3 committee members attend once a month, or get a report back from the subcommittee on birthday parties for seniors? especially those ones that can't go anywhere.
Yeah, they're in home, they can move.
Yeah, so I know the LGBTQIA plus committee has subcommittee, so I don't think we would be prohibited, or there's nothing in our charter or rules that would tell us we can't create a subcommittee. We can certainly do that.
Can I make a suggestion that we allow Carolina and Carmen to have a subcommittee to look into seniors' birthdays, and they can choose their committee members or get help from whatever they need and give us a report back?
Here's the thing, though, if we create a subcommittee, I have to publicly notice the committee meeting,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then I have to, they can't speak to one another,
Oh, okay.
things that could potentially be voted on.
Okay. What do you
So-
suggest?
It does create some restrictions. What I think is, this is a great idea, and if, we all have I don't think anybody's against it. Carmen, prepare something for next month and figure out, I can have a conversation with her, I can have with, since you did bring it up to a committee meeting, this now kind of enters into sunshine, right? So as long as we don't have it to be something that we are going to vote on, we can, not necessarily formalize things, but sort of, I'll speak to Carmen. Let's
Okay.
leave-
Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah, so
Okay.
Carmen Lewis is also going to review the sunshine laws with you. So we know, obviously you've been involved in committees, so yeah,
Exactly.
work through him. I think it's a great idea. Does anybody on the committee have
Thank
any
you.
opposition to looking into this? No, fantastic. All right, run with it.
So Carmen, this is Jessica from Jewish Community Services. We would love to get the information of the 92-year-old
Thank
woman who
you
is
so
not
much.
able to leave her home. We want to
Thank you.
definitely make sure she's getting meals provided to her and getting services from Jewish Community Services. And we
Thank
do
you
send
so
out
much.
birthday cards to our homebound clients. So if you could connect with me. Oh, no, wait, she can't connect with me. Lewis, how do
Yeah,
we do?
it's the sun.
Let
Thank you so much.
Carmen send me the information of the senior, and I will send that to Jessica for her
Copy that. Okay,
organization to
perfect.
receive.
Thank you, Liz.
And that's really the only way you guys can communicate with anything that might be related to the committee. Depending on what Carmen wants to do, if it's something that she wants an initiative to be taken up by the Senior Affairs Committee, then yes, I would don't talk to each other about it. But if it's something that, Carmen, Carolina, and then Jessica get together and say, we're gonna go celebrate somebody's birthday, that's not committee policy or committee work. That's just that. But if we want to formalize a program, if you will, then that is something I would caution everybody. Hey, let's not talk to each other until we have an idea of what we want to bring forward to the committee, for them to send to the commissioners, or the commissioners to. Prior to that, I think it would be best to communicate with me, and then I'll send.
Gotcha. Okay.
And Jessica, for the Jewish Community Services, there's no charge to the people to sign up for your birthday cards or sign up for these things?
So the entry into the Senior Services Department, we have multiple departments at Jewish Community Services. We have case management, we have counseling, we have financial assistance, we have 2-on-1. But for the Senior Services Department, which is the department where I am housed, our programs for people 60 and older are completely free. So you wouldn't sign up for a birthday card, you would be in our home delivered meals program, and every participant in our home delivered meals program could then, we have their information, so we know when their birthdays are, and we send birthday cards. So if you enroll in our home delivered meals program, if you meet the qualifications, then you would be on the list. So again, 305-899-8301 is our senior meals line for individuals 60 and over, everything free of charge to individuals 60 and over that qualify. And then just for any Jewish community services program, so that's counseling, case management, financial assistance, really the whole gamut. You can call Access Services, which is our point of entry into all of our programs, 305-576-6500. I can share those numbers with Louis. And also 211, of course, can get you
Thank you.
connected to any department within JCS or really any social service countywide.
Okay, thank you very much. Mount Sinai, Oscar, I believe Oscar's absent today.
Yes.
We're going to move on to our calendar of events.
Wait, I don't know if Jessica had a report of her own.
Oh, for Jewish Community Services. So everything's going really well. We're getting ready for our Passover season, which starts next week. This Sunday, Jewish Community Services will be delivering 500 packages to seniors countywide. About 90 are housed in Miami Beach. So those are packages for Passover that will have traditional Passover foods as well as toiletries. So we're excited for that on Sunday, April 2nd. If anyone wants to participate in those events next year, that is for Jewish seniors, not all of our program. Most of our programs are for the community at large, but because this is a Passover specific event, it is for Jewish seniors. They can call Access Services to get connected with any of our programs. And again, I can provide that number to Louis. Things are going great at the Miami Beach location, our congregate meal site there. We will be closed a couple of days next month in observance of Passover, but we are providing meals to all of our clients to take those home with them on the days that we are closed. So again, if anyone is interested in enrolling in that program, completely free for individuals 60 and over. The senior meals line you can call, which I'll provide that number to Louis, but everything is going great. I will also say, really interested in the parking conversation. I think it's a larger issue because we do have problems servicing the Miami Beach area with home health aides for seniors living in Miami Beach because of parking issues, because of the cost of parking, the availability of parking. So we do have a lot of aides that will not go to the area, and that creates a challenge for providing needed services to seniors on Miami Beach. So I do think that it is a larger issue. It's a citywide issue that, maybe I can work with Louis to put something together, but it is kind of an unmet need, I would say.
Thank you, Jessica. If you would try and get those same thoughts down and possibly a letter from Jewish Community Services can help, but work with Louis on that, and maybe we can make a difference for our seniors and their caregivers.
Thank you.
Anything else from the Jewish Community Services of South Florida? Sorry, I passed you by for a minute there.
No worries. Nope, that's it. Just we're here to serve the entire community for anyone that has any needs, senior or otherwise. So please give us a call. Thank you so much.
Thank you. April calendar of events. You've all been emailed our calendars. We have 3 community centers: Flamingo Park, North Shore Park and Youth Center, Scott Rakow, and we also have Unidad. So that is our North Shore. The calendars are up, and if anyone needs to have a calendar, any of our Facebook friends, please email Louis at Commissioner Richardson's office. And Louis, you want to tell us your email address real quick?
Yeah, that'll be my first and last name. So it's LUIS CALLEJAS.
Commissioner David Richardson's office. So it's your first name at
Miami Beach, FL.gov. Gov.
Okay. You'll notice on here, chair aerobics, Tai Chi, dance fusion. The Scott Rako Center is, let me give you the address. It is located at Pine Tree Drive. It's let me find the address. Louis, do you have the address here? I don't see it on my sheet.
We should have it,
General information, okay. It is located on Pine Tree. It is approximately 24th or 25th. And we'll get that information for you. I'm sorry, I'll have it for you.
I have the address. It's 2700 Sheridan Avenue.
Oh,
technically.
Sheridan, okay, where Pine Tree branches off at Sheridan.
Right.
Thank you very much. And Flamingo Park is located between Alton and Meridian, from 11th Street on Miami Beach up to about what, 14th. All those that hang out there, speak up.
It's basically 11th Street, 999 11th Street. That's the
Okay.
path
Yeah.
address. but-
And there's parking at both of these facilities, which is a big help. Same with Unidad. For those of you that are not familiar with Miami Beach, there is parking across the street. And we have the lunch program again back. So you can look at the schedule and see all of the other. The only thing, if you didn't hear earlier, the only thing that is not happening anymore is choir on Mondays from 3 to 4:30 every Monday. That's been canceled. So everything else you can see there, and that's where you get your lunch program. There's information. If you do need these, please write to Louis and he'll get them out to you. Upcoming meeting dates.
I
Is
think we have a question, Chair. from
Yes,
Gab.
oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see that. Gabby, go ahead, unmute yourself.
I would like to know if in the Jewish community, do you have a activities calendar?
Yes, we do have an activities calendar that we have available monthly. It changes monthly. I was actually just drafting an email to Louis to see if it would be appropriate for me to share that
All
as
right,
well for our
Yes.
location at 610 Espanola Way.
thank you.
Yes, yes, please share it, please.
Okay,
Thank
great.
you. Any other questions? Okay, upcoming meeting dates, Monday, April 24th, Monday, May 22nd, Monday, June 26th, Monday, July 24th, Monday, August 28th, Monday, September 25th, Monday, November 27th, and Monday, December 25th. All of the committee members do have this in your agenda. We generally do not hold the meeting at Christmas time or holiday season, December 25th. And we usually take a month in the summer off, which would be August, but we'll make those decisions in future meetings. Topic for 2023 meeting, Louis?
Yeah, sorry, I meant to write April there, like March date.
Oh, I'm
on-
sorry, yeah.
So we have the parking question that came up earlier. I was going to suggest, because I've been getting questions from seniors as relates to the bus system. I know Gabby and I have had a discussion for the bus stops up in North Beach. I've also had questions from Anna, actually, regarding the bus that goes around near Rebecca Towers. So I was potentially gonna ask the county Department of Transportation to come in and give us an update on the Better Bus project, as well as what currently exists. That was a thought. And then I've been getting a call from a senior who's about 90. She apparently has lost her home. So she's staying with relative. I wanted to put it out there for the committee to consider if anybody has a resource on like senior housing or things like that. Everybody knows everybody's getting impacted by the housing crunch. Seniors in particular, for example, have this issue right now with this case where she's over 90, she has a Section 8 voucher, but a lot of the places in Miami Beach now do not want to accept that. A lot of the landlords, right? So we are having an issue trying to find her somewhere to stay in the beach. She's accustomed to being here in the beach, she doesn't want to leave the beach, but the housing availability in Miami Beach is tough. I know JCS came to Miami Beach a couple months ago. In fact, Commissioner Richardson really supported the idea of a vacant lot that the school board has near Espanola Way, and converting that into senior housing. So, you know, that's a much larger topic. I think parking and potentially, if the committee's open to it, the bus conversation, those are very large conversations to have. So I don't know what the committee feels.
I like both ideas. I just like to throw something in on Section 8 because the Tuesday Morning Breakfast Club had a wonderful presentation. A Section 8 voucher, for those of you that are not aware, is given to someone who qualifies income-wise and other criteria, and the government is subsidizing their rent to the landlord every month. It's important to note that during COVID and people weren't working, the landlords that had Section 8 housing voucher tenants got their rent every month consistently from the government. These generally are tenants that are working and they're just not making enough money to meet the average rents in our city. They generally are excellent tenants because they certainly do not want to lose this opportunity to have their housing. And a landlord, if you would like to qualify to have your place as a Section 8 approved property, you do have to wait until someone comes to you with a Section 8 voucher, and then you just fill out an application. They come and check. They make sure that you are actually the legal owner of the property. They make sure that identification and that you have no safety issues on the property. So Section 8 is really a great opportunity for landlords in Miami and Miami Beach. You do not discount your rent. You get your same rent amount if it qualifies and all the numbers work. So keep that in mind if you know anyone who owns rental properties and is curious about this amazing opportunity to have your rent paid for by the government or subsidized. That's all I have to say. But yes, Louis, your ideas are fantastic and I approve of them for the meeting. Do we have any other comments?
It's Jessica again. I think since housing is a big concern in Miami, certainly have a lot of our clients coming to us and asking for assistance, and there's not a lot that we can share, unfortunately. Maybe it would be useful to have someone from the local housing authority come and share what resources are available and how seniors could access that, how we can be better providers. Bianca, I don't want to put you on the spot, but what do you tell a senior? Do you have a contact that you go to?
Yeah, so I was questioning whether I should mention, but I'm 99, Louis didn't say the name, but based off of what he said, I'm 99%.
We shouldn't say the name, by the way, Bianca.
No, of course not. But what I'm saying is I'm pretty sure that the client he's talking about is a resident that we're working with, but I can't be sure because obviously we don't know exactly who it is, but I'm pretty sure we're already working with this person. And if we're not, Louis, let me know who it is and
Sure.
we'll get to that. But one of the things
I'm so sorry to bother you.
Carmen, can you mute yourself?
I am in
Carmen,
a Zoom with the two committees.
Carmen,
Carmen, mute yourself. Carmen,
Can we-
mute.
can we mute her? We could probably, okay, there she did it. It's fine. So one of the things that we feel very blessed and very happy to be able to provide are our volunteer realtors. Unfortunately, that doesn't always go as planned. And it doesn't go as you hoped. Right now, we only have 2. We had 4, but then, they got busy with their other realtor stuff. So they've dropped out right now. And we'll probably get them back later. But right now we only have the 2 realtors and we can't give them too many of our clients either, because then they become overwhelmed, as anybody would. So, they're very full on clients at the moment. But as we get them and as they find housing, doesn't happen every time. Like I said, it's not perfect science here. but it has been very helpful to have a realtor that is willing to work with our clients. And some of the realtors do have knowledge on Section 8 and low-income housing and have that capacity. It's just that we don't have enough volunteer realtors and they don't have enough space to be able to help literally everyone. So we just, go as we can. We have other clients that are waiting to get help from a realtor. And we also have some, links to different housing places that sometimes have housing available. So we kind of, and we'll make phone calls. Like, that's the other thing that we'll do. We will just call everybody and their friends and their friends' friends until we try and find something for somebody. We'll do what we can. It's a work in progress to try and find housing for anyone, but elderly especially.
Yeah.
Jessica, in answer to your question also, thank you, Bianca. I think these are recorded meetings, yesterday's Tuesday morning breakfast club on Facebook. It was a presentation and it's very interesting. It tells where you can get some resources and vouchers. Bianca, you probably know all of where the vouchers are, but anybody who would like to know about these programs, and there's 3 of them, one for veterans, the Section 8, and there was one other. Hopefully you can see the recording from yesterday morning, 8:30 Tuesday morning breakfast club.
Also, to give an assignment back to the committee, for example, Gabby represents Stella Maris, Enilda represents For Freedoms, but works at the council towers, right? Natasha lives in the council towers. These are all affordable housing. So if you know of any unit coming online or anything that that your organization's doing, please send it our way. That way we know and distribute it to the public. Because as commissioners, we get calls like that too. So.
Great. Louis, any update on committee reports, vacancies, food distribution, and upcoming meeting? And then we are closed for the month.
Yes, let me. So the last meeting, I think Jessica asked us if we could post the dates online, and I want to show you on the website that everybody's watching. Let me see if it comes on.
Okay.
If you go to City Hall on our city website and you click in City Clerk, and then you go to Boards and Committees, and then you scroll down to the Senior Affairs Committee. We've updated the website with the membership, the meeting dates, and there's my email as well. And then here we're going to put all the minutes and the records of the committee.
Fabulous, thank you.
Louis, it's beautiful.
Perfect.
Excellent.
So if anybody ever has a question, there it is.
Thank you.
And then I'm working with Magui it looks that through her motions last month, the programming and the dance classes continue. There's not going to be an interruption, we're hearing. And obviously the larger term or larger topic items would be the meal program, which Jessica's involved in, and then the back gates and the security. So those are ongoing things that I need to follow up on. Police has been busy over the month of March, so I haven't wanted to touch base with them again, but I will certainly be following up. And then the vacancies remain in Blackstone and Council Towers North. I placed a call to Council Towers North. I haven't heard back yet, but we're working on that. The upcoming food distribution is April 20th, and that is at 41st Street and Chase Avenue, that parking lot behind there at 9 a.m. The next City Commission meeting is April 28th. The last City Commission meeting was last month. Spring break was a topic of a lot of discussion. Many of you have seen what's happened, and so that's what the commissioners are trying to work on. Then other few key items like infrastructure items like West Avenue project still ongoing. It looks like we're very close to starting construction. issues at Parkview Island up in North Beach with the water quality. And then something that will probably come before our committee in the future as the city continues the process is the trolley. The trolley service contracts are coming up to their expiration. And so the city is starting the process of either changing the trolley program or looking at to see what can be improved. So that discussion is soon probably going to be taken up by our committee, and maybe we can advise the commissioners on how to best do that, since the senior community is impacted by that. That's all I have.
Thank you very much. Does
I
any-
have a question. Louis, oh, Debbie,
Yeah.
maybe it's a possible put the motion for change the building?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
The question is it possible put the motion for, change the buildings? Blackstone do have a person, maybe Riviera Plaza have a person.
Are you thinking that we don't
The
have?
switch the buildings.
So I think with Carolina, this is a conversation that I had with Carolina, because it's hard to get a hold of somebody at Black. And so since they have not had a representative, I think for over a year now, would the committee entertain advising or urging the city commission to change the makeup of the committee to a different building? For example, not necessarily change Rebecca Towers or Council Towers, but since Blackstone has not had a representative, perhaps it would be wise to switch that building with a different building, say Riviera Plaza. And
Are we limited to the number of committee members we can have?
No, the city commission will need to change the law, basically. For example, the Committee for Quality Education in the city of Miami Beach just added 13 new members to include the private schools. So their committee is now 27 people.
Okay, well, I feel if there is a building that needs representation and is willing to have representation, then certainly we should be able to find a way to bring them on board. Does anybody else have a comment? So Louis, how would we handle this?
What I can do is I can prepare a motion for next month, unless Carolina would want to make a motion right now. I can work with her and try to have a more detailed plan and try again with Blackstone one last time, and then we can bring it with Carolina. What do you say, Carolina? Carolina? We lost her.
Okay,
I'll talk to
all
her.
right, you handle it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, our ever trusty Louis. All right, so that's about it. Does anyone have anything else to bring up?
I
If
just want to bring up one little thing. We have a citizenship drive happening this coming Saturday from 10 to 2 at North Shore Youth Center, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. So if anybody knows anybody that would like to get their citizenship papers started, they do have lawyers who provide their time on a volunteer basis, and you get about 15 to 30 minutes with a lawyer, and they will review your paperwork to make sure that everything is as good as it can be in your application. So if you know anybody that is interested, I will share the flyers with Louis so he can send that out, but you can also reach out to our office 305-673-7491, and we'll be happy to answer questions.
Is this appointment only or walk-in?
Both,
Oh,
either way. Yeah, we're happy to help whoever needs that help this Saturday.
Saturday, 10 to 2 at North Shore. Okay, thank you so much for sharing that. Anything else?
I would like to have a flyer of that, Bianca, so I can share it with my seniors. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes,
Do I have a
ma'am.
motion to adjourn our meeting? Somebody want to make a motion? Unmute yourself. Enilda, you want to make a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn, Jessica.
Thank you, Jessica. Do I have a second?
Do you second, Anna? Anna second.
Aye.
All in favor, aye, opposed,
Bye.
unanimously passed. We are adjourned, and thank you all for all of your help. Have a beautiful day.
Thank you all.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Everybody.
I
10:39 a.m.
Mire, Elita salió.